Army! Army! We pray for you. I pray for you. We all pray for you.
He is smiling, remembering her face while driving. He didn't realize the horn of the vehicle which is coming in front. He come to sense and his eyes got widened seeing the truck opposite of him coming with full speed. Taehyung quickly turned a left. The truck crossed on his right. He sighed in relief. Taehyung, irresponsible fellow. He must be drunk, I guess. He shook his head. Taehyung thought it was just an attraction towards YN at first. But day by day his feelings got increased. Her everything made him fall for her. Maybe he never noticed her before. He realized he was in love with her so much. But a few days before a new guy named Jeng joined. He always roam around YN, which is pissing Taehyung. Time skipped to now. Taehyung, Kwan, YN, Biol, Jeng and Yoona came to amusement park in vacation. As always, Jeng is pissing Taehyung. Now they are visiting a shop. Jeng, look at this band, he said holding a couple band in his hand. It's so really cute, she said while touching the band. Jeng made her wear that. She smiled looking at that, the other one he wore. Taehyung made a fist looking at that. He was busy staring at him. Yoona made him wear couple band. Yoona, wow Tae, it looks good in your hand. Everyone attention went to them. YN looked at Yoona and Taehyung hand to see, they are wearing same band, which made her little uneasy. Even though she tried so hard to forget him, whenever she saw him fall again, she looked at Taehyung. They made her eye contact, but YN looked away immediately.
Kwan. Hey, Potato, shall we wear one too? Biol. In your dreams? She said, and slipped her hair sassily. Kwan looked at her making a weird face. After finishing the shopping, they went for the rides. They were standing near Ferris wheel. N was looking at the Ferris wheel and moving her face at that direction, like a kid, which made Taehyung chuckle. Biol was refusing to come, and Kwan pulling her. YN and Jong entered inside. When Taehyung is about to get in, they stopped. Person. Only 2 person can sit inside. Taehyung gritted his teeth while looking at him. Yoona. Come, Taehyung, we will go in another one. She dragged him to the other one. Having no choice, he went with her before glancing at YN. IN and Jong's wheel now stopped at the top. People is sitting to their opposite wheel. YN. The view is so beautiful from here, she said, admiring the view. Jong. Indeed it is. Yin, let's take a picture, she said excitedly. Jong. Sure. They are making cute poses and laughed. Yoona. Look here, Tae. Yoona is asking to make a pose to take a picture, but his thoughts are all on Yin's. Yoona. Tae. Taehyung? Can you please shut your mouth for a while? He said with irritation. Yoona's smile dropped. Taehyung noticed and let out a sigh. Taehyung. Sorry, Yoona, he said with a calm voice. She gave him a tight-lipped smile and nodded. Time skip. Now they are near the roller coaster. This time Taehyung sit near YN before Jong. He smirked in satisfaction. The ride started. It slowly moved. It goes up and up. When it reaches the peak, it paused for a second, then go down with full speed. YN closed her eyes tightly and turned face to the right near Taehyung. Taehyung looked at her and smiled. Her head is literally on his shoulder. He is smiling like an idiot. Suddenly, he looked at front. Instantly, his eyes widen. The roller coaster is hanging upside down. His lips parted a little, and he started screaming. He is screaming his lungs out. En is so scared to open her eyes. Her only thought is to finish this ride soon, so she didn't hear his screams. YN, Sonbei. He's staring at front with parted lips and wide eyes. He was traumatized by the ride, so he didn't have voice. YN, Sonbei. This time she shook him a little. Taehyung. Huh? She understood he got scared by the ride. YN. You want to go another ride, I guess. She teased. Taehyung. What? No. She laughed. He scratched his neck, feeling embarrassed. Time skip. The three girls gulped. Standing in front the ghost house. Kwan. Let's go, everyone, he said excitedly, and smirked, looking at Biol's scared face. Everyone went inside. Kwan walked fastly in the front. Jong, Won, and Yuna coming next. Then Taehyung and Biol. While they are walking, a turn is over there. Biol is about to cross the turn. Ball! Kwan jumps suddenly from somewhere to scare Biol. Biol. She shouted while closing her eyes and hitting Kwan with the bat which she bought before entering the ghost house. Everyone came to them. Everyone laughed, seeing Kwan's red nose. Biol opened her eyes, hearing the laugh sound, and realized Kwan is the one did that. She gritted her teeth, looking at him, and pulled his hair. Kwan hissed in pain. Biol, how dare you? Kwan. Hey, leave my hair. Biol, I won't. It's your punishment. YN is controlling her laugh. Kwan, you already punctured my nose for that. YN couldn't control. She laughed. Kwan looked at her, feeling betrayed. Taehyung thought, such a dramatic, who says who, YN, gave him an apologetic look. Taehyung, let's go. They will not finish. He said, dragged Y in. They all are walking silently. Suddenly something bent down in front YN. YN. Ah! She turned around and hugged the person, which is none other than Taehyung. Taehyung understands she got scared by that setup. Taehyung. Are you scared? YN nodded her head, still hugging him. Taehyung. It's okay, don't be. I am with you. She didn't respond. He smiled and led her to the exit. Other went before them. She is hugging him tightly, hiding her face. Taehyung is beyond happy, holding her in his arms. They came out, but Taehyung don't want to leave her. Taehyung, YN. We came out. YN opened her eyes. Within a second, she realized their position. She parted away immediately. She is feeling embarrassing. Taehyung parted his lips to speak before that Biol come and dragged her. They are walking on the street of the amusement park. YN saw a kid standing alone, holding a teddy bear doll. She approached her. YN. Where is your parents, baby? Kid. I don't know. Biol. What happened? YN. She asked while coming near her. YN. She is lost. Biol. Oh, cutie. She picked her. YN. It's okay, we will find your parents. Kid nodded her head. They started searching for her parents. YN is holding the kid. Taehyung was admiring how she playing with the kid. He took his phone and take pictures of her. He started imagining her with their baby. Kwan looked at him weirdly. Kwan. Taehyung. He put his hand on his forehead and shook his head dramatically. Taehyung. Nowadays, this guy is always in his dreamland. It was evening, time to go home. They handed the baby to their parents. Kwan. I am so tired. He put his head on Jong's shoulder. They are sitting in a bench. Biol. I enjoyed so much. Kwan. You came like a dead soul after every rides, and you are saying this. She gritted her teeth, but ignored she is too tired to argue with him. Taehyung. Here, guys. He bought water for everyone. After some time, they all went to their homes. Few days later, YN and Biol entered in the stadium. Biol. Look at her. How shamelessly staring at him. YN followed her gaze. Yuna is sitting there gazing at Taehyung playing. So what? He is her boyfriend after all, she asked with a frown. Biol. What? They aren't dating. YN. But that day. Biol explained what happened after she left. Time skip tonight. YN is sitting in the bed and thinking how stupid she is. She smiled, remembering his face. She is happy that he isn't dating anyone. Her gaze went to the cupboard. She opened the cupboard and crouched. She held a pen from the box. It was given by Taehyung. Once she was rushing to the exam hall, but lost her pen on the way. So Taehyung lent her a pen. She smiled, thinking about that. She was on the verge of crying on that day. Her gaze went on a teddy bear. She'd taken her hands, remembering how she got this. Flashback. YN was in shopping with Biol. Taehyung accompanied them. Now she and Biol is walking. Taehyung is sitting in the bench, scrolling phone, not interested in girls shopping. YN gaze fall on a claw machine. She went to the machine before saying, Biol, to continue her shopping. She was trying past 15 minutes. She couldn't get one. She huffed. Taehyung. Need help. Y/N. Flinched a little by his sudden arrival. He asked her move and stand in front of the machine. Within a minute, he caught a teddy bear and gave it to her. Her eyes went wide and lips parted a little. He chuckled and patted her head before walking away. She blushed, remembering about that. Suddenly she heard a knock on a window. She flinched slightly, put those things in the cupboard and went to the window. She was standing near a window. Knock! Knock! YN. Who is that? YN. Eyes widen, hearing the voice.